Hello and welcome back to Usman Talks United, the Manchester United podcast that always keeps it real and authentic. I'm not going to start with the niceties like I always start. Listen, straight in there, I've flipping got my notes ready. But, oh my God, what an absolutely shambolic week it has been for Manchester United Football Club. First and foremost, as always, slap a like, subscribe to the channel on the road to 1.3k subscribers. I believe we're like 40 or something along those lines. Close to that, but nevertheless, the title says it all. Rashford and Bruno Fernandez need to be dropped. Thank God that Bruno is suspended for this game tomorrow. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. That is the best news I've had all week. But I ain't gonna I'm just gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna apologize right now for my language. I'm gonna apologize in advance because I don't normally swear or haven't sworn in a while. I've just literally swore. I try my best to keep it PG, but I ain't keeping it PG today. I'm telling you right now. So if you don't want to hear me swear, please switch off. By all means, everyone is welcome as always. If you want to stay tuned for that, feel free. Get your popcorn ready because I'm fucking holding back today. Because these players are an absolute fucking embarrassment. An absolutely disgraceful performance against Newcastle. I thought it was as bad as it could get. But no, the players have outdone themselves. Once again, reports coming out today that some of the players are scared to drive home in the fucking dark. 300 grand a week, half of these guys are on 200 grand, 100 grand. They get paid more in a month that most people are doing their lives who are working 12-hour shifts, doing dog shit jobs, working in fact, not to say factories, dog shit, hard jobs, labor, working 12 hours for minimum wage. And some of our players have got the audacity and cheek to be moaning about driving home in the fucking dark. You pieces of shit. Not only have you just got us in 7th, we're sat in 7th because you guys are fucking useless at consistently playing good football. Now you've got the audacity and cheek to be saying, well, Ryan, his training is so hard. Listen, his training is so hard because you guys are entitled, lazy pricks that don't do anything on the pitch apart from moan and bitch at each other constantly. That's all you are fucking good for, which is moaning. That is it. All you do is moan and PR bounce back FC. That is all these pricks are useless for. Because I haven't seen anything else this season that showed me that half of these guys are fit to wear the fucking shirt. Their mentality is absolutely in the gutter. Make no mistake about it. Absolutely ridiculous. The audacity that the players are complaining about fucking training. Work a proper job, yeah? Work a proper job. People are working 12-hour shifts, right? Day in, day out to make ends meet. Day in, day out, just about make enough money to feed their fucking families. And these guys are complaining about training and driving home in the dark. Are you taking the piss? You're getting 250 grand a week and you fucking moaning. Every single game, Bruno Fernandez flaming his arms like he's fucking prime Zidane. Every single week. Bro, you're not even fucking prime cleverly, yeah? Let alone prime Zidane. Man's flaming his arms like he's fucking done absolute wonders. Yes, statistically, you've been brilliant since you've come in. Yes, you did turn it around for us because guess what? Your only real competition for your spot was Pereira. I know what? Fair play to you. You was a catalyst. You got us into the top 4. Yeah, well done to you, my guy. Well done to you, Bruno Fernandez. And he might not even be the player that said it. I want the players that have said it and have been moaning about training to come out and fucking be men about it. Don't bloody send leaks out. Come out and speak with your chest. What is this bullshit? Our Manchester United Football Club, these prima donnas got leaks in the fucking club. Every single week, we got bullshit coming out. We got one thing, the cohesion in the dressing room is not good because of X, Y, Z. Listen, we're in this mess because of you absolutely useless twats. I am not going to mince my words today. I've had a fucking enough with these players. I don't give a shit. What is going off at this club? Yes, we can look at the Newcastle performance and I will go into that very shortly. But I can't scale over the fucking fact that Harry Maguire is the captain of Manchester United Football Club. And this is the shit that is coming out. Maguire has been subdued since Cristiano Ronaldo's come. You piece of shit. You are the captain. You're the captain of Manchester United Football Club. Act like it. You piece of shit. On the pitch, goes hiding. Interviews, hiding. Doing this because this goes against Albania. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Bro, what is this bollocks? And now we're hearing reports that players are complaining. Shut up, bro. Bullshit. No player should be complaining about the extra training sessions, okay? Because let me make this very clear. Prior to Rant's arrival, we were at the bottom of every single statistic when it comes to running, pressing, engagement off the ball. And that's why you're training hard now, because you haven't been training hard for 3 flipping years. Now you have to do a bit of work and you can't hack it. You have to finally fucking work and earn your place in the team, and you can't hack it. You're crying. You're upset. What, for the first time you got to do some fucking work at this club and you can't fucking hack it? Are you being serious? Unbelievable. You're not fit to wear the shirt. And let me make this also clear, yeah? For the players that complain about going home in the dark, there's people in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, that part of the bloody world, who have to watch you fucking players week in, week out, or 3 and 4 a.m. in the morning. They have to stay up to watch that utter shit that you lot deliver. You can't even make 3-yard passes. You need all the extra training you can get because you can't pass the ball for more than 5 seconds without losing it. So I suggest you buckle the fuck down and listen to what Randy's got to say. Because honestly, unless you're Messi, Ronaldo, Prime Zidane, Prime Ronaldinho, which none of you are even close enough to lace the fucking boots of any of those players that I've just mentioned, I suggest you get into training an hour earlier and leave an hour later. How about that? How about that? Go home when it's fucking dark and arrive when it's dark, because that is what you need to turn this shit around, because you're an absolute embarrassment for the shirt. Maguire, back to you. You're meant to be fucking captain. Harry Maguire's meant to be captain of Man United. Absolutely embarrassing. I know Varane was shit as well. I'll get onto Varane. But Maguire is meant to be the captain. He is meant to be setting the precedent in training, in the bloody dressing room. He is the guy. Fergie had Keane. Keane was Fergie on the pitch. We've got Maguire. I swear to God, I would have stripped that captaincy of him so quickly. It's unbelievable. I swear to God. And this isn't just about Maguire. This is a collective of so many players. This isn't just Maguire. This isn't just Rashford, Bruno, etc., etc. I don't know who said those quotes, but I'll tell you one thing. It's an absolute disgrace. People are staying up at 3 and 4 a.m. in the morning to watch you, man, play. And you've got the audacity on 150 grand a week to say, I don't want to drive home in the dark. Well, listen, I hope the fucking floodlights are on in training, because you should be staying until 8 or midnight because you can't pass 3 yards more than fucking 5 times in consecutive bloody plays. Unbelievable. I swear to God. Oh my God. When I saw that report, I was going to, oh man, I'd fight him. Like Roy Keane was saying, he'd fight players. I swear to God. I'd be fighting half the team. That is utter bollocks, bro. Give me 10 grand a week and I'll fucking train from bloody 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. if I had the capabilities of lasting that fucking long on the training pitch. These guys have got the cheek to say that they want to leave at 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. before it gets dark. Shut up. Shut up. If we're first, then you could have that fucking audacity. And potentially, I could say, no what? We're first. We're doing well. We're second, maybe. We're in the competition. We're doing something. We're not even fucking sixth. We're not even in Europa League spot, man. And these are talking about training too hard. Have some fucking self-respect. I swear to God, I don't care who it is. I don't give a shit which player it is. Get them out of the fucking club right now. I don't care if it's Pogba. I don't care if it's Ronaldo. I don't care if it's Cavani, Rashford, Bruno, Jones. I don't give a shit which players have been saying that. Get them out of the club right now. The fact that we are sat in 7th and these are complaining about training too hard. You fucking embarrassment to the club, to the fan base. People pay their hard-earned money week in, week out to watch you lot who are incapable of passing the ball against Newcastle and Norwich. We're not even talking about prime Barcelona playing against us, prime Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, whatever you want to say. We're talking about Norwich and Newcastle, and we gave the ball away 167 times against Newcastle United, which is a fucking Premier League record for Manchester United. 167 times against a Newcastle team that don't even press from the front, and you've got fucking Joe Linton running rings around the entire team. Are you taking the piss, man? And these are complaining about training. 150 grand upwards. I don't give a shit which player it is. Get them fucking off the box. I don't give a shit. I have no loyalties to any player apart from the fucking club. Ronaldo, Pogba, I don't give a shit who it is. Get him out. Come out and speak with your chest, you pussies. Talking about leaks and shit. I don't give a shit with it. I guarantee Maguire is one of them. Absolute fucking embarrassment to Man United Football Club. The shittest day is when this prick was made captain. I swear to God, the fact that he's captain bloody why is he captain at Man United? He's fucking shit, man. I swear to God, Bailly's flown back from AFCON, so hopefully that means Bailly's starting tomorrow. But mate, absolute fucking shit show of a club. Absolute mess that we've been left in by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm not going to get into Ollie's now, but this is because of him in a sense, because he's allowed players to do whatever the fuck they want, muddy color the shit out them. Ronaldo, yeah, okay, granted, everyone can complain about Ronaldo, but let me make this one thing clear, yeah. People are gonna bitch about Ronaldo, saying Ronaldo's flailing his arms to do X, Y, and Z. You can say what you want about Ronaldo, but one thing you cannot question about this guy is a fucking winner. He's come to win trophies. He's got elite mentality. He doesn't give a shit about making friends. He's here to bring the fucking club back to where it belongs, okay? Michael Jordan was hated as well because he was putting too much pressure on his counterparts. And I got people on Twitter saying, oh, look at Ronaldo blaming his players. Of course I'll be blaming as well. They can't even make 5-yard fucking passes against Newcastle United with Joe Linton in the middle of the fucking park, my guy. What do you expect him to high-five Rashford when he's passing the ball out under no pressure? Bruno Fernandez thinking he's prime Paul Scholes, fucking trying to ping it 50, 60 yards. You're not got the facilities for that big man. Keep it simple, my guy. You haven't got the ability. So Ronaldo, yes, some things he's at fault for. But the bigger picture is he's a fucking only guy that's here with the right intentions, i.e. win trophies. Somebody told me he's here for a paycheck. Why would he come to Man United for a paycheck? He could have went to any other club. There's other clubs that would have taken him, giving him stupid money. It's fucking Cristiano Ronaldo. So I ain't hearing that. You can complain about his little factors that he might affect the cohesion of the team. Listen to me carefully, yeah. These players have had it so easy, and now they have to work hard. And now they've got people like Ronaldo on their neck. Do you think Roy Keane would come in and deal with this? The amount of fucking United fans have said, I wish we had Roy Keane in the dressing room. Do you think Roy Keane would be doing this shit? Roy Keane would be worse than Ronaldo. You lot can't even hack Ronaldo. Dragging these players off the fucking pitch. You can't hack Ronaldo. You want Roy Keane? Same man is saying, I wish we had Roy Keane in the dressing room. He'll shove a rocket up there. Ronaldo's come here and shoved the rocket up half the players' arse. Oh, don't shout at Rashford. Don't shout at... Fucking get up, man. Think so. Honest to God. Half the players not fit to wear the shirt. Simple as that. Whoever's come out and said that bollocks in the fucking news, pussy, come out and say it with your chest. I want your name to be exposed so the fans can see who is the absolute weakling of this club. You should be sat there saying you should be sat there saying, look, we're in 7th. Oh my God, let's do extra training. Let's get ourselves back. But no, absolute no desire to win it. Do you think Michael Jordan... Yeah, you think Michael Jordan and all the elite superstars in world fucking sports would be sat there in 7th complaining about extra training sessions? Do you actually believe it? Have you seen The Last Dance? Have you seen it? Michael Jordan wins a fucking ring. 4 days later, he's already back in the gym training for the next ring. Are you taking the piss? These guys wouldn't even last a day in the shoes of Michael Jordan, let alone Cristiano Ronaldo, who's actually in the dressing room. Absolute audacity from the players. I don't give a shit if people in the comments are saying you're overreacting, you're ranting, bro. I've had enough. These guys are on 200 grand a week. Can we deep here? You know how much money that is? Do you actually know how much money that is? 150 grand a week. What's that? 600 grand a month. And they've got the fucking cheek to tell us fans who pay hard-earned money week in, week out to support these pricks, I don't want to go home in the dark. Shut up. Shut up, man. I'm not hearing it. On to the players. Listen, the title suggests Bruno Fernandez, Rashford on the fucking bench. Thank you. My duas have been answered. Bruno's suspended for the game against Burnley. So that means he can't play it. That is absolutely music to my ears. I do not care what anyone says. You don't want your players missing games. I want Bruno missing games, okay? I don't give a shit. The guy has been absolutely embarrassing. Like I said, 167 times we passed the ball away against Newcastle United, which is a club record. What an achievement. You know what? To be fair, you're right. You shouldn't be training because you've just broken another record on my United. Well done, boys. I appreciate that. You know, you're setting the precedent. 167 times against Newcastle. You know, fair enough if they were pressing us that prime Barcelona, win the ball back, and you're thinking, okay, It's difficult to keep the ball. It's difficult. It's difficult to keep the ball. The pressing us, lads. What we meant to do, the pressing us. They weren't even pressing us, man. We were passing the ball away unopposed. There was no pressing. Newcastle did a couple of presses here and there, but it's Newcastle United, respectfully to them, because they deserve to win the game. Let's keep it real. But Bruno and Rashford have been absolutely shit for so long. And now we're starting Ranieri. It's all on Ralph now because he can't play that same team again against Newcastle because that performance was nothing short of absolutely embarrassing. Make no mistake about it. We got battered by Newcastle. We scored by some random goal that Cavani scores, yeah? And the last kick of the game, you're thinking, oh, 1-1, yes, we've got a chance. We've got 15 minutes to try and get a winner. Guess who's going for the winner? Well, it's not us. We're not the team going for the winner. We got Newcastle United running down, hitting the post, and forcing De Gea to make one of the saves of the season against Almiron in the 88th minute. Against Newcastle United, Manchester United sat on the fucking ropes against Newcastle, bloody depleted United. Are you taking the piss? There's a comment that said Ranieri also is to blame. Listen, I understand that. I was mad about Ranieri's team selection, and this is where the game tomorrow comes into play. If I do not see wholesale changes from that team, then I'm going to start to get bloody worried because for me, there's so many players that will not be starting tomorrow. I don't give a shit who you are. You're not going to be starting because your attitude stinks. Your application of my instructions are absolutely dog shit. And thirdly, you got no capabilities of breaking down a team that parks the bus. So there's so many players. I'm buzzing that Bruno's suspended because you can't have him pinging in random fucking crosses and hoping one hits one of our players. Bro, I could have done what Bruno Fernandez has done the last 3 fucking weeks because he's done jack shit apart from spam balls into the back and hope one comes good. Absolutely shit fucking quality from him. Absolutely shit. And this isn't a saying, oh, he's not good enough to play for Man United. I'm not saying that. Of course, in the future, he's capable. You know, he's going through a rough patch. I get all that bloody sentiment bollocks. But I've had enough. I've had it up to here with Sentiment FC, with Manchester United. What the fuck are we doing rewarding mediocrity every single week? McFred, again, Fred. One of the shittest halves I've ever seen from a footballer at Man United. I mean, he's done it already before, so it's not like it's a new thing. He's a regular at these dog shit performances. But Fred, again, shambolic. I'm so happy that he got hooked at halftime. Greenwood got hooked at halftime as well, which was the only positive in terms of the management because he actually made the changes early. Sancho coming on for Greenwood and Fred going off for Cavani. That was definitely positive. Cavani got the goal, but listen, make no mistake about it. The players, honest to God, you're absolutely embarrassing. You're absolutely embarrassing. There's no way we can get battered by Newcastle to that extent off the back of the performance of prior to Norwich. We had 16 days, yeah? 16 days of rest. Okay, some of these players have had COVID, so fair enough. Fair enough. Some of these players have had COVID this month. Have you had COVID? I've been very lucky. I've not had it yet, so I don't understand the effects that it has on the human body. So I can't really sit here and go too hard on them. But at the same time, not all of them have had COVID, and COVID doesn't stop your ability to make 5-yard passes, does it? Okay, so maybe stamina-wise, I can give you that. But that doesn't mean you can't make 5-yard passes. There are amount of people passing the ball away in the fucking first and second half of that Newcastle game was a fucking club record. Let that sink in. Club record. Because Ranieri has come in, and his instructions, most likely, off the back of doing research on how Ranieri plays, is probably something along the lines of, we want to play progressive passes. We want to obviously try and penetrate the opposition and, you know, attack, go forward, you know, take risk, calculate risk, whatever you want to call it. But some of these players have not got the capabilities of that. They have not got the capabilities of playing balls in behind. Exhibit A. There's a video going around on Twitter of fucking Cristiano Ronaldo running in behind about 7 times. And guess who's on the ball? Fred hasn't got the fucking vision, firstly. And secondly, he hasn't got the ability to play the ball in behind. And people are like, why is Ronaldo flaming his arm? Because he's made that run 6 times and it's not arrived. And when the 1 time or the 2 times people are trying to fucking play the pass to Ronaldo, absolutely shit quality. Not acceptable. Jaden Sancho, I don't understand why he didn't start. Did he have COVID? I don't know. Jaden Sancho is our best attacker, without a shadow of a doubt. Make no mistake about it. I don't care about any stats. Jaden Sancho is our most creative attacker that we've got currently in the squad who's available. Jaden Sancho has to play. Simple. Simple. There's no conversation. There's no debate to be had. Sancho has to start. Simple. He's the only one in that front four who's got any bit of quality and any bit of this up here, fucking brain to make the right decision. You got Rashford and Bruno spamming random passes to God knows where, just so they can flip and get an assist. And people were like, they got an assist, they got a fucking goal. I don't give a shit about stats. I don't care. I don't care about the individual fucking stats. I don't care if you got an assist. I don't care if you got a goal. I'm looking at your performance, big man, and the performance has been nothing short of a 3 out of 10. And maybe I'm being generous there. Maybe I'm being generous. Someone tell me in the chat what Rashford and Bruno Fernandez have contributed to Manchester United Football Club in the last fucking 3 months. All I see is brain dead decision making. There we go. There we go. Rashford, stick off. Honest to God. Again, this is me saying they're not good enough to play for Manchester United. They're going through a rough patch. I understand that. They're going through the confidence is on the floor. I understand all these things. And I understand Rashford will come good. Absolutely. But guess what? There's a thing called bench. And he needs to hold bench. Rashford needs to hold bench. And Bruno Fernandez, I don't give a shit if he's suspended. But when he's back off the suspension, he needs to hold bench as well. Because there's no way on God's given earth that Bruno Fernandez deserves to be playing for Manchester United. And like I said at the start of the video, whichever player has been, or players who's been complaining about driving home in the dark, you fuckers can hold bench in reserves. So you're not even going to make it the first team because them players need to get out of the club ASAP. Absolutely embarrassing to the club. Absolutely shambolic mentality from fucking players at Manchester United Football Club. And that is analysing the Newcastle game. We should have lost the game, but lo and behold, guess who was our saviour again? David De Gea. David De Gea saving. I ask once again, why is De Gea man of the match against Norwich? And Newcastle, have I gone back to when we were under Van Gaal and Jose? What the hell is going on? And again, this is not a criticism of Ranić. This is a quite clear criticism of the players who are incapable of upholding the instructions of the manager. Maybe this was the case under Oli. Maybe I was too harsh on Oli. Who knows? Who flipping knows? But I tell you what I do know. The players, most of them are not fit to wear the bloody shirt. I tell you that one for free. Whether it was Oli's fault, whether it was the ball's fault, we don't know. But we know the players are absolutely pathetic. Can't even make fucking 3-yard passes. They can't do it. And then you got players like Maguire holding onto the ball for so long as the captain of Manchester United Football Club. Captain. He's the captain. And he stood on the ball. There was a passage in the second half. I know everyone remembers it. I don't know the exact minute, but I guarantee everyone in the chat here remembers exactly what I'm on about. Maguire stood on the ball for about 40 seconds doing nothing. He's just stood there like looking for a Hollywood pass. Bro, that's not your game. Why are you trying to penetrate the opposition defense backline from our defense? Why is he doing that? He stood on the ball for 40 seconds, completely killed the momentum of the attack, or whatever attack it was, or build up, whatever you want to call it. Bro, he's just stood there doing jack shit. Like, doing nothing on the ball. And I'm like, pass the ball, my guy. Just move it on and get the ball moving through the third. But no, you want to take as much time as you possibly can. The ball goes to Fred and McTominay. I don't expect anything of them. I'm going to be quite frank with you. Ralph has to fix that ASAP, Rocky. I know people are saying he can't blame Ralph. I don't blame him massively. But one thing I will say is I need to see changes. I don't want to see McFred. I need to see Van der Beek in one of the double pivot positions because for me personally, it's an absolute shit show. This comedy from Conrad. Shout out to you, my brother. I'm so glad I found your channel this season. I appreciate that. Obviously, if you are joining me, keep getting comments. And I'm going to go through the comments now because I had to get off my chest because I'm absolutely fuming. So I'm going to go through the comments. I'm just going to scroll up. Obviously, whilst I'm doing that, please drop a like on the video. Obviously, subscribe if you are new. Like Conrad, our brother here. Osman isn't happy. I've got a genuine COVID and can't get out of bed. Clearly, these players had no symptoms but using COVID as an excuse. Listen, there you go. From the horse's mouth himself. First and foremost, hopefully you recover, my brother. I'm not happy, and no Man United fan should be happy, to be quite frank with you. Like I said, the players again, they're taking the piss at the fans at the moment. You know, the audacity for them to be complaining. I'm not going to go around about again, but hopefully you're doing well today. We haven't dominated midfield since the Spurs game, even with bottom of the league Newcastle, for fuck's sake. I mean, exactly the Spurs game. What was that? Why did we dominate that game? Let's just have a think. Oh yeah, because I'm trying to get the manager's side, i.e. Nuno Espirito Santos. So that is the reason why we dominated that game. So I don't even count that one. The manager's also to blame, not taking them off, got Van der Beek and Sancho. But I mean, there's a fair point there, absolute Shahid. I do want to see those changes coming to the next game. Remember, Keane throttled Rio Ferdinand when he played a sat. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about. We've got our fan base, yeah. our fan base are being screaming out for someone to be like Roy Keane in the dressing room. I wish we had Roy Keane. Some of these players need a rocket up their ass. Yes, let's get them. We finally got Cristiano Ronaldo, who's on the pitch. Granted, he's moaning, but he's on the pitch, yeah, and he's not having it. He's like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm not dealing with this BS, yeah? He is not having it. This is not the standard that he was expecting at Manchester United, and he's making it known. I don't give a shit about that. Gary Neville coming out, yeah? Gary Neville has got the audacity and cheek to come out and say to Ronaldo and Bruno, oh, yeah, look at the way they're whinging or whinge bags, but shut up, okay? Because Ronaldo was there when you were there, and he was doing the exact same thing when you was there. So don't give me this bullshit trying to be fucking, or, you know, a fan favorite all of a sudden because you've had an absolute shit show under Ollie's reign. Don't give me that bullshit. Roy Keane, when he was at Manchester United, he battered you on the pitch so many times. The guy who got on Sky Sports and said, I'll be fighting De Gea because De Gea made that mistake. But you didn't say shit to Roy Keane in the studio, then did you? So don't try to go on your moral high horse now and blast Ronaldo, because when Roy Keane was doing that back in his day, you had no balls to say shit to him. And when he sat next to you in the studio in Sky Sports and said, if that was me and I was in the dressing room, I would have fought De Gea when he made that mistake. I can't remember which team it was against, but we all know that statement, and you didn't say jack shit to him. You didn't say, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Put your arm around De Gea, get him. Bollocks to you, mate. Don't even try it. Don't even try that BS, bro. You haven't said nothing about Maguire. You're not said shit about Rashford. You're not said shit about Luke Shaw. The English boys are getting away with fucking murder at this club. Let it be known, okay? Let it be known. I am not holding back on the bullshit from Gary Neville. That is absolute BS, bro. James, I love you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm swearing in front of the elder. That's very disrespectful. I do apologize, James. But I've had enough, James. And I know you have as well, because you're always at the watch along. And me and you are constantly going back and forth. But I tell you one thing, James. We do agree on one thing. The club is fucking shit. We agree on that, so we can join that. You never win anything. Melts. With Melts. Young says, well said, bro. Appreciate it. Let's keep getting the chats in. They were used to Ollie and then getting easier. Absolute big fact. Absolute big fact. Gunchi, I stayed up until 5. There you go. I'm going to keep that on the screen. There you go. That comment from Gunchi. This is what I'm talking about. Firstly, shout out to you, my brother, because you're an absolute legend for coming through. I appreciate you. But listen, let it be known. There's people across the world, yeah. Man United aren't just, you know, we haven't just got fans in the UK. People like me, yeah, I'm very lucky because I can fucking go to sleep, you know, at a normal time. Respectfully, I can go to sleep. After a shit show that Manchester United produce week in, week out, I can go to sleep. But there's people at Gunshi and there's people around the world, you know, in India, you know, places in New Zealand, Australia, etc., etc. In America, people are watching the late as well that have to stay up late to watch this shit show. Could not say it better than myself. 4 a.m. The kickoff is at 4 a.m. And we've got people saying that I don't want to go home in the dark. Shut up, man. Shut up. Anyways, all the ex-players are not happy because they thought Ollie deserved more time. I mean, how much time does Ollie need, bro? I know this isn't aimed at you, Conrad, obviously, but it's on the comment in general. How much time did Ollie need? We lost to Leicester 4-2. We lost to Watford 4-1. We lost, I mean, you know the drill, man. Now, we lost to everyone and anyone, bro. Absolutely embarrassing. I don't care about Ollie. I don't care about flipping Ralph. I don't care about the players. I care about Manchester United Football Club being where they should be, which is, i.e., the top table. And we are nowhere near the top table of world football. We are nowhere near the standards. The mentality is absolutely in the gutter. Make no mistake about it. The standards are in the gutter. Again, coming back to Cristiano Ronaldo, you can say what you want about him, but I can tell you one thing. He ain't taking shit from no one. This guy, he's selfish. He's a prick at times. I'm not denying that. But I'll tell you one thing he is. He's a fucking winner. He's here to win trophies. He's not here to take part. He's not here to muddy cuddle Marcus Rashford, who's been here for 6 years in the first team. He's here to tell Rashford to fix the fuck up. What is that shit passes? He's here to tell Bruno, sort your shit out. Sort it out, my brother. Sort it out. And again, if Ronaldo's not playing well, I will tell him. I mean, I'm not personally, but I will say it. I ain't got no agenda. I love Ronaldo. Everyone knows that who watches my channel. I love Ronaldo. If you follow me on Twitter, which is down here, I tweet about Ronaldo a lot. I love him. But I tell you one thing, if he's one of the players as well, which I pretty much highly doubt that he's one of the players complaining about training, I will literally stick at him as well. I don't give a shit. I've had enough. I've had an absolute enough. But anyways, let's get back onto the next topic. Right, let's talk about Bruno Fernandez very briefly. Let's go through some of the individual performances. Everyone in the chat, I appreciate you guys. So please do slap a like on the video. There you go. This comment here. I'm just gonna let that sink in. I mean, it's there. It's there in black and white. Absolute on point. The players are too fucking soft. They're too soft. You can't criticize me. I'm Rashford. Shut up, man. If you're not passing the ball properly, I'm going to shout at you on the pitch. I don't give a shit who you are. Cavani told Tellers he's a fucking idiot. And you know what? In that moment, Tellers was a fucking idiot. Because Cavani headed it on. I'm sure most of you remember. The ball was on the left wing. Tellers lets it run out thinking it's our throwing. It hit Cavani clear as day. And he's like, oh shit, it's my bad. What have I done leaving it? God, and it was there throwing. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, he was a fucking idiot for that. What is he doing? Tell us. That is absolute brain dead. 28 goal, grown-ass man playing international football, whatnot, and he can't see the basics of football. I'm sorry. If a player's an idiot on the pitch and they make a mistake, they need to be held accountable. And that is the word of this podcast, accountability. I mean, for me personally, there's not enough accountability from the players, the staff, the fucking fans, etc., wherever the board in particular. Glazer's out. Glazer's always flipping out. But accountability from the players. We got Harry Maguire and the rest of the United players. PR merchants at the finest. PR fucking merchants. All I hear, we'll bounce back. We'll do X, Y, and Z. Oh, it was a tough away game, but we dug in and got the... Listen, you haven't played a good game of football since Tottenham Hotspur. And as I mentioned previously, they're trying to get the manager's side. So I don't even count that game. So tell me the last time Manchester United Football Club played well. Bro, you can't tell me. 25 minutes against Crystal Palace. That's all that they can muster up. On their 200 grand contracts a week, all they can muster up is 20 minutes. They could only muster up 20 minutes, lads, against Crystal Palace. And we're meant to be sat there like fucking seals clapping that absolute blindness fans. Oh, shut up, man. Shut up. Do your talking on the pitch. I'm sick and tired of the players talking shit off the pitch. PR this, PR that, PR shove it up your ass, mate. I don't give a shit about your PR. We sat in 7th, yeah? We sat in 7th playing dog shit football week in, week out. You guys are getting bullied by fucking Newcastle United. The previous week, you're getting bullied by fucking Norwich. I'm sorry to be harsh, but fix up and get out. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to mince my words. I've had enough. 250 grand a week. Some of these players are making £1 million in a month. Just think about what you do in your own personal life, yeah. Me personally, yeah, I've worked a normal job for 6.5 years, yeah, or whatever it may be. Since I left uni, I've been working my ass off, yeah, for fucking a decent, okay pay, nothing spectacular, the minimum pay, whatever you want to call it. I've been grafting my ass off, working extra hours, doing this, doing that. I've never once ever said to my manager, I don't want to go home, it's dark outside. I don't want to, please give me 1 hour, let me leave an hour early because you know what, it's going to get dark. I don't want to leave when it's dark. Oh, you take fucking hell. I'm going to get into it again. But anyways, Bruno Fernandez. Right, let's talk about it. There's a comment here on the screen. I'm just waiting for it to come through here. There we go. Let's talk about this first. Bruno Fernandez. Bruno's bad attitude and pitch can't be justified given he has been poor for time now. Only Ronaldo and De Gea are good enough to get away with being negative on the pitch. I mean, I thought you said pricks then. But listen, it's facts. The only two people realistically that can speak currently, Ronaldo and David De Gea. Nobody else should be fucking raising their voice to anybody. Not one person. If the canteen lady, the dinner lady says to you, Marcus Rashford or Bruno Fernandez, fucking jump, you say, how high? You ain't got the fucking balls to say anything to her. Because I tell you what, she's doing her job. She's doing her job. Week in, week out, she delivers a fucking job to perfection. But you are sat on the pitch bitching and moaning when you're passing the ball away. Let me tell you a fact here. Lovely people tuning in. We lost the ball 157 times, okay, against Newcastle United. 46 of those times were from Rashford and Bruno. That equates to roughly, not exactly, but roughly 33% of our ball possession losses. I don't know the terminology. But anyways, 33% of us losing the ball was directly from Rashford and Bruno Fernandez. For a third of the time during the entirety of the game, Rashford and Bruno lost the ball. Listen, I'm going to give Rashford a slight bite to an extent because he's not been a prick on the pitch. Because Bruno Fernandez is walking around like he's prime Zidane, pulling the fucking strings and doing the whole fucking lot. I tell you one thing, you ain't no prime Zidane. You're not even fit enough to race his fucking boots, my guy. Sort your attitude out and sort it on the pitch. I don't want to hear this PS. Do it on the pitch or fuck off. Simple as onto the bench. not out the club, onto the bench. And people are going to say, Usman, you're being reactionary when he starts scoring 6 goals and 6. Listen, let me keep it real with you. I ain't talking about Bruno out the club. I didn't say Bruno hasn't been good for us. I'll tell you one thing, though. He does not deserve to be playing. And at the same time, as the homie has just said, you don't deserve to be fucking walking around, sulking every 3 seconds when he's putting in shit performances like that. As he said, Ronaldo and De Gea, only 2 people have got any right to be doing anything on the pitch. But let's get this super chat from the guy Gunshi, always showing love, man. Do you think playing for Manchester United itself will be enough to motivate these players, let alone making more money in a month than most of us in a lifetime? Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to Gunshi, always showing me love. Thank you very much for the obviously the super chat as well. You know you don't have to do that. Firstly, but I appreciate you first, just coming through. But yeah, regarding the comment, it's I'm just gonna leave it on the screen actually because I mean, it doesn't even need to say it itself. Let me just put it back on the screen. Listen to me carefully, yeah. Some of these players don't understand what it means to play for Manchester United Football Club. Some of these players are here for a paycheck. Some of these players are here for an easy ride. Some of these players do not understand what it takes to make it to the very top. They're at Manchester United, but they're not here at the top of the mountain. They're here somewhere in the middle. If this was Manchester United at the pinnacle, I can guarantee you 95% of the players will not be wearing the shirt or not have worn the shirt because they're nowhere near good enough up here on the pitch to be even fucking close to wearing that badge on their chest. And I think they need to buck up their ideas and listen to what Rafa's got to say. If he says we're going to be doing sprints around the pitch, you're going to say, how many fucking laps are we doing, Ralph? Not, oh, I don't want to train because it's dark outside. Or I don't want to train extra hours because X, Y, and Z. Listen, I don't give a shit what you're doing at home. I don't care what you're doing in your spare time. All I care about is what you deliver at Manchester United Football Club. And at the moment, none of you are delivering, bar 2 players. And people are still on Ronaldo's back, which is absolutely blasphemy, in my personal opinion. But I'm not going to get into Ronaldo because I'll pure now. The majority, given the opportunity to be lazy, will choose to be so. Absolutely. And this is the fact of the matter. This is an absolute beautiful comment, and you've just led me on perfectly. This is it. This is the nail on the head. These lot were getting away with being lazy pricks. I ain't going to mince my words. I don't care. They've been lazy for so long on the Ollie. You know, let's go back to the stats. I'm not massive on stats, but the stats don't fucking lie. We were the bottom of the flipping entire Premier League for sprinting, interceptions, running, miles covered, etc., etc. You get the gist. We were at the bottom. And guess what? A new manager's come in and said, listen, we need to rectify that. We can't be at the bottom. We're Man United. On top of that, we've got too much quality in this team to be at the bottom. And guess what? They're throwing their toys at the pram. I don't want to train. He's making us train too hard. X, Y, Z, buff. Give me your wage and I'll do fucking laps around Old Trafford for free. How about that? I'll do it for free even. I'll donate the wage to charity. I don't even need the wage. But they can't do it for 200 grand a week, 150 grand a week, 100 grand a week, 20 grand a week, 250, 3. I don't give a shit how much you're on. Do the fucking laps. Do the hard yards and fucking earn the right to wear the shirt. Because at the moment, most of you ain't showing me shit. So, for me personally, absolute shit show. I know I've ranted, but I have to get this off my chest because I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm sure most of the fans in here who have watched this don't disagree with this because you can't tell me that any of these players have got the fucking right to say shit about any training methods because in the last 3 years, you haven't done anything. Well, according to what I've seen on the page, I've not seen you train. I've not seen you run. All of you lazy. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. Cavani's blame free as well. I think he always gives his all when he comes on. I mean, Cavani has given his all, to be fair to him. I can't knock it. Cavani doesn't want to leave, however, so that is a bit of a dilemma. I'm not going to lie. Eddie's in the building, my homie, my brother. Shout out to you. Drop a like, subscribe. Big up everyone. I shout out to you, Eddie. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you as always. I mean, I could be here all night, to be quite frank, ranting. I feel like I've covered most of the shit that I want to cover. Keep slapping it. Let's get to 20. I'm going to talk about the Burnley game now because obviously that is the next game in charge. So, first things first, right? Get your thoughts in regarding the lineup, that kind of thing, because you help me out. You know, what do you want to see? Normally, I have graphics. You know, I get the lineup. I've got the laptop out, etc. But I'm not gonna lie. I didn't prepare anything because I was so rattled. I just wanted to come and speak because, I mean, as you've seen from the show, there's this absolute shambles going on. So I haven't got the graphic like I normally do to select the team, but we will go through it together. If we're not 4-3 players, we would be shit. Absolutely, James. Absolutely. There's no denying it. Absolutely no denying. I hope you guys wait till they get better reaction from the players. I mean, hopefully. What changes do you want to see Uzi from tomorrow? I mean, What changes do we want to see as a collective? Everyone in the chat, just get your comments in. I'm going to put them on the screen. We're going to have a bit of an interactive bit because I don't want it to be, I want it to be interactive. I want you guys to be involved in the chat. So what changes do you guys want to see as well? That's a question to everyone here. And obviously, I'll give my thoughts. Just before we get into that, last comment regarding this matter. Let's go to Burnley. Ollie, bad example, manager, man manager wise, as well as terrible coach. Sorry, Ollie. I mean, some of that is definitely true. Some of it isn't true. I thought some of it, I actually, to be honest with you, I'm trying to think what isn't true there. I mean, it all seems quite factual. Might see some under 21s. The prima donnas keep messing up. I mean, that's the word, prima donnas. The Danik Bally number 10, I'd probably have tears in my eyes if he comes on and scores. Oh my God. If Bruno's suspended, I mean, I'm not expecting Zidane to come in, but if he came in and scored, I tell you right now, I'm going to lose my shit. But listen, let's get into it. First thing first, regarding Burnley, it's never an easy game. I know they've not played in a couple of weeks due to COVID cases. From what I'm aware of, the game is still going ahead as it currently stands. Of course, that could change within 24 hours. So the next part of what I'm saying might be repeated in the coming weeks whenever it's rescheduled. But as it currently stands, the game is going ahead. So for me personally, the changes I need to see: Harry Maguire, I don't give a shit. To the captain, benched. Bailly apparently has been brought back from AFCONs. From what I've heard, again, this is just news, etc. I'm pretty sure it's factual, but again, we don't know everything. Some of it is just for clicks. But apparently, Bailly's come back from AFCON, we've flown him back, etc. So Bailly has to start. So first things first, Maguire bench, Rashford bench. We know Bruno's injured, suspended, thank God. So he's not even in the squad, which is fine. So them three players have to get benched for me. I don't know if Shaw's available. I personally would bring Shaw back into the team. I think he just offers more than Tellers, especially with what Ranić is trying to do in terms of relying on the fullbacks to offer the width. I don't think Tellers has done that enough. I do think he's had a good game here and there, but moving forward, I think Luke Shaw is definitely the biggest option. So Tellers for me, bench. Mason Greenwood. It's a difficult one with Greenwood because we haven't really got proper options, but I'm going to say Greenwood bench as well. Not to discredit him or anything like that, but I just don't think he wakes up from with the current system that we are deploying unless he's playing in strike. And for me personally, I will put Cavani up front. I think Cavani is warranted to start if he's capable of starting. There was a report coming out that Cavani actually refused to start the Newcastle game down to the fact that he felt that he wasn't fully fit. I mean, I don't know what people's thoughts on that is, but what I will say is, I mean, he's of age, he knows his body better than most people, and if he doesn't think he's capable of playing a full 90 minutes, then you have to don't want to use the word respect his decision, but you have to trust his decision. I think that maybe that's the better terminology. He doesn't really give me the vibe that he's a player that is very disruptive. I feel like he gives his all to the team every time he plays. So I'd be surprised if that was more I don't want to play, don't pick me sort of thing, because I didn't really get that vibe. He came on, he delivered, he offered a lot on the pitch, and he scored. So yeah, I'll start Cavani if he's fully fit. But anyways, let's go through my lineup. But before we do that, let's just get a couple of comments in. I agree. This is a team from Akil. Akil, the homie, always coming through. Let's see if I agree with this. David De Gea, Delo, Varane, Bailly, Shaw. Agree with the back five. Matic, Donny, Sancho, Cavani, Ronaldo, Elanga. Okay, you know what? I'm going to agree with this, actually. The only change I'm making is Elanga out. But Elanga shout is interesting. I don't mind that. But I'm going to take Elanga out, and I'm going to put in Anthony Martial. I know. I know that's not going to be a popular opinion in this chat. I know. Hear me out. But Elanga out, Martial in. I know Martial wants to leave, etc. But I just think he's got the capabilities of actually holding the ball and playing as a creative winger. And I think he'll actually offer something that Rashford can't do, which is the ability to retain the possession, quite frankly. Rashford definitely needs to be on the bench. So this team from Akil, actually, I might just leave it on the screen because I think that's spot on. For me personally, Elanga out, Martial in. Apart from that, I like it. I like it. Bailly comes in for Maguire. I keep putting that comment in from Eddie. I love to see Varane and Bailly. Absolutely, that's what I'm wanting. Bailly and Varane. A lot of Bailly and Varane. I bet Maguire's contract stipulation he has to start. I hope not, Bob, because he doesn't want him to start. To be quite frankly honest with you, because he's been shit. He's not been a captain. Take the armband off him. Give the armband to De Gea. That's what I'm doing. I mean, and a lot of people say Ronaldo. I've changed my mind about 100 times. One of them two people, give them the armband. I don't care which one. Personally, De Gea, because I think he deserves it. Bailly in for Maguire, Matic for Fred. Maybe Johnny at 10, Sancho at 10, Cavani and Greenwood up top. Interesting, Ronaldo can rest those stiff legs and the super. So fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to knock it. I know, Eddie, you're not a fan of Ronaldo as it currently stands, but like I said, on Twitter, we will discuss this on Friday on Flying Pigs channel. So obviously, if you haven't, please do subscribe to the channel. Myself, Eddie, and a couple other people, we do a show every Friday, 6 p.m. I'm sure that's going to be 5 weeks, and I'm sure we'll discuss that on more detail. We'll love Martial in there. Alanga who? Alanga Rusk. But yeah, I need to stop. Martial is far more clinical than Rashford. Rashford has been atrocious lately. Absolutely. Let's see if anyone comments. If Johnny doesn't play tomorrow, what? I mean, if Johnny doesn't play tomorrow, oh my god. If Johnny doesn't play tomorrow, then I'm going to start asking questions of Rania because he keeps emphasizing control. You can't come in as a manager, right, and emphasize the word control on so many numerous occasions and then proceed to play McFred. I think that's where, for me, my frustration lies with the manager currently. Again, he's been here for 3 games. It's going to take him time for him to actually really weed out the bad people in the team in terms of people that aren't capable of executing his strategy, philosophy, etc., etc. And hopefully that game against Newcastle, he's learned a lot about this crop of plays. I personally felt he should have already known that. If he had done his homework, it would have been very evident that these players are not capable of controlling the game because they have not controlled anything. Free Donny, I mean, the most hashtag thing in Man United fandom at the moment. I mean, if Donny's not playing tomorrow, when is he going to play? And the issue for me is, Ryan, if you place Donny in left attacking mid, which is where Bruno has currently been playing, then for me, it sends a message to me that he kind of sees Donny and Bruno in competition for the position. And I understand why that would be the case, but for me, Matic and Van der Beek is our best double pivot that is currently available to the team. I think Matic makes perfect sense. His capabilities to pass the ball through the line. It's going to be a physical game, so obviously McTominay coming out of the team, you bring in Matic for that physicality, and then you bring in Donny van der Beek for his control of the game, firstly, and secondly, his capabilities of picking the lock, something we have definitely missed since Pogba's absence. So for me, that would be my midfield. So I'd go Donny and Matic as well. Akil has hit the nail on the head. For me personally, Nas one of some bastard don't like Ronaldo. Just don't think he should be priority due to his age. I mean, that's a fair point. The priority thing, I agree with that, but agree to disagree with the dislike. I think Ronaldo's done his job. I mean, he's come in, he's scored. People are saying he's not doing enough off the ball. I mean, I would urge you to go and watch. I wish I had the clip here because I could play it and we could watch it together. But I urge every single one of you to go and watch that clip on Twitter of his performance against Newcastle. The amount of times that the team let him down with the lack of quality, the lack of vision was absolutely embarrassing to say the least. And that is just one example of one game that Cristiano Ronaldo has been let down with the players around him. People will say that Ronaldo's coming in and he's shaking you up. He wants to be the focal player. He wants to be the main man. We all knew that before his arrival, and I understand why some people won't be happy with that. But the way I see it is Ronaldo will score 30 goals if you provide him with 2 to 3 chances a week. And we're not doing that. Providing him chances, he will score. If you go back to the 4-1 win against Newcastle United, who bailed us out of trouble? Cristiano Ronaldo. So for me personally, got 2 chances that game, scored. Yes, granted, one was an open net. The second one, as we know, took it on his right foot, onto his left foot, drills it through the keeper's leg. Bit fortunate, but again, he took his chances. Did he get any chances this game? No. Did he get any chances against Norwich? No. He got 1 penalty, which was absolute dog shit. So for me personally, I just think we need to be a bit more creative in the final third. When Matic and Maguire play, I can physically see my hair turning grey. I mean, I can relate to that currently. Under here is just grey hair because the stress this club is causing myself and everyone else in the fan base. Do you ever think to yourself, why 3 managers I thought McFred are better than Donny? I've had this conversation a lot actually, Vaughan. So that's a very good question. I have actually been having this conversation a lot off camera with friends, family, etc. And we've been discussing this. There must be something in McFred that all 3 managers have seen. Obviously, Ollie and Carrick, it kind of makes sense that them 2 would stick to that. I mean, obviously Ollie stuck to them, so Carrick will stick to them because it's the same philosophy. So this is why this Burnley game is going to tell me a lot about Ralph and his intentions at this club. You know, whether he's here to actually rock the ball and change a lot of things. I'm going to be intrigued to see what his lineup is, because if he's still playing McFred and Donny's not playing, then I'm going to start asking a lot of questions. Because for me personally, that's when there's going to be a bit of a concern moving forward. But yeah, that is a good question, Vaughan. And I definitely think there's a conversation to be had there, and I will definitely bring that up in another podcast. And kill people acting like they are watching Ronaldo for the first time. He has always been like this on the pitch. Absolutely, this is what makes him a winner, and these players can't stand it. I mean, this is my point on Ronaldo. I didn't want to go into Ronaldo because I could be here for a long time discussing Ronaldo. But this is the point I'm making about Ronaldo. I know some of you don't agree with that, but Ronaldo's always done this. I said this at the start when I was going on the Gary Neville comments. Ronaldo's done this at Juventus. He's done that at Man United when he first initially came. Doing it now at Man United, and he's done it at Real Madrid. Ronaldo's done this every single time. He's done it at Portugal as well. The guy is just a serial winner. He doesn't give a shit about anything else. He's selfish. I'm not denying that. But if you look at elite athletes, I'm talking about the Usain Bolts, I'm talking about the Tiger Woods, I'm talking about the Jordan that I've used as an example, the Ronaldos of this, Kobe, etc., etc. They've got this elite work rate, elite expectation, and elite standards, right? That is hard for other people to live up to. That's why a lot of people don't like them. I keep referring to the Michael Jordan because I watched The Last Dance religiously. What a phenomenal documentary. And you saw that the amount of people like Pippen, etc., they started to despise Jordan at points in their career because of the standards that he was upholding were ridiculous to uphold for them. Basically, in his eyes, they were the bare minimum. In other people's eyes, it was hard for them to really envision, them able to live up to that expectations. And that is what we're seeing at Man United. Ronaldo's come with the same mentality he's had throughout the entire of his career, and he's dropped it on players that have had it easy under Oli, have had it easy under Jose, had it easy under Van Gaal. Some of them are still here. And these players can't hack it. They're not used to people putting it on him. The last person that put him on was Jose Mourinho. And look how that ended. The last people that put it on him was Jose Mourinho, and these players threw Jose under the bus. They can't throw Ronaldo under the bus. He's bigger than fucking all of them put together. He's bigger than them. And that's a simple fact of it. If Ronaldo was a manager, he'd be getting sacked because the players would have thrown him under the bus so quickly, but they can't throw Ronaldo under the bus. And that is the beauty of it, because they can't get away with this utter BS attitude and weak mentality and laziness that we have seen for the last 3 years under Oli, the 2.5 years prior to that under Jose, and the how long Van Gaal was in charge. I'm sick and tired of it. Demands from Ronaldo, they can't hack it. They can't hack it, and I'm loving it. And this is why I've said it on my Twitter, and I've said it on the podcast. The Ronaldo signing is one of the most iconic signings we've done in recent years, for the reason that is going to completely shove a rocket up the arse, is rattling the cages of these precious birds that have been untouched from humans. They've been untouched. They've been put in their cage. No one's allowed to touch them. Do not take them out of their cage. Do not take them out of their comfort zone. I tell you one thing, right? The comfort zone's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful place, but nothing fucking grows there, my guys. Nothing grows there. And Manchester United have been in a comfort zone under Oli, under Jose, under Van Gaal. Anyone that comes and tries to disturb the peace of that comfort zone is known to be a prick. They get weeded out like they're the bad guy. And I tell you one thing, yeah, Paul Labaya Pogba got blasted, yeah, from media and our fans. And guess what he said in the media? He said, Manchester United should be competing for trophies. It's not acceptable. Why was that a bad thing? Somebody tell me why Pogba making them comments was a bad thing. Is that a bad thing that Man United should be competing for trophies? People said, oh, well, he's going against the grain. Listen, I tell you one thing, yeah. Pogba and Ronaldo and De Gea, them three, that triple threat of them three players are the only people that try to uphold the standards. Look at De Gea. Man went off and punched the tunnel. Who was that against when we dropped points against someone recently? I don't know who it was against, but he went and punched the tunnel. It was probably against Watford or Man City, whoever it was against. That's the fucking kind of leadership I need. That passion, that he's hurt. That's a fan. He's hurt. Professional pride, yeah? You tell me how many of them players have got professional pride, because half of them players are complaining about driving home in the fucking dark. You think if Roy Keane and Vidic were here, that they would be allowing this absolute dog shit performances week in, week out? This is a question to you lot. Take Ronaldo out of the equation. Forget Ronaldo, yeah? Swap him with Roy Keane. Roy Keane is now at Manchester United Football Club. Ronaldo is a retired pundit at Sky Sports. Do you think Roy Keane would allow these kind of performances in the dressing room? I tell you right now, he wouldn't stand for this shit. So the people that are on Ronaldo's back for throwing their arms, Gary Neville, and the rest of the fan base that have just ate that out, oh, Ronaldo's X, Y, and Z. I tell you what, Roy Keane would fucking slide tackle half of these pricks in training. He would not deal with it. Brian Robson would flipping Captain Marvel deal with this shit. No, you wouldn't. Real leaders do not let the standards of the club drop. So that's why I will defend Ronaldo. There's some things I don't agree with. You don't have to agree with everything he does. You don't have to disagree with everything. But let's keep it real. He's the only one upholding the standard of the club. Rashford, Bruno, whoever it may be, if you're not playing good enough, you need to be fucking told you're not playing good enough. The amount of times Bruno Fernandez had fights with flipping Gary Neville and Patrice Evra, bro, what is this nonsense that this myth all of a sudden that he needs to put his arm around players? Bro, Rio Ferdinand did not put his arm around you, my guy. He was telling you on the pitch, fix the fuck up, stop passing the ball away. Fergie, Fergie, hair dry treatment, yeah? He was a master of man management. There's no denying that, okay? He knew when to put an arm around players and he knew when not to. But I tell you one thing, yeah? If you made a mistake and you're playing under Fergie, you fucking knew about it. I tell you that for free. You knew about it. All the players have come out and said, they know that X, Y, and Z is going to get bollocked. And that's all Ronaldo's doing. He's bollocking the players and telling them to fix the fuck up. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you don't agree with Ronaldo, that's fine. That's your opinion, but you're part of the problem. Because Ronaldo's come in and he said to players, no, mum, no, this is not Manchester United. Simple as that. Can't drop Bruno Fernandez. Ronaldo, though, I mean, he did, to be fair to Carrie. Fair play to him. We'll see what Ralph does tomorrow. It's interesting to see what happens against Burnley, because that's going to be a true picture of what Ralph's intentions are at Man United. Is he going to look at that Newcastle game and say, yo, I need to shuffle the pack because this is nowhere near good enough, they're not even following the instructions? Or is he going to proceed to continue to play the Ollie players? If he continues to do that, then by all means, he's going to down his soul like Ollie did, because those players are not good enough for Man United. They haven't got it up here. They haven't got it in here, the heart. They haven't got mentality. They haven't got shit. So, yeah, for me personally, changes are definitely needed. I was at Newcastle away and I agreed with Ronaldo. He was through on goal a lot and they couldn't find him. I was going as mad as he was, but he wasn't allowed to drink. I like that one. I like that comment. Right, okay, so tomorrow's game is the biggest in terms of what direction Ralph takes this team. He has to make his mark and take back the reins. Absolutely. That's complete facts. He has to show us what he's about now. And for me personally, tomorrow, nothing but a 3-point win at home to Burnley. I'm not having any excuses. Not played in fucking 4 weeks. I don't know how long they've not played in. They've not played in ages. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, they're going to park the bus. Yes, they're going to be hard to break down, but I don't give a shit. Find a fucking way to get the 3 points, because that is the least that you owe the fans after this absolute shit show of a week. Ronaldo is not a whinger. He simply demands the best due to the genius that makes him the goat. I mean, there's a fair point there. I personally agree with this comment to an absolute T. Maybe he does sulk and whatnot, but it comes from a place of, desire to win the game. Pogba is my guy. You deserve the support for your hard work and talent, Eddie. Honestly, I mean, that's a lovely comment to Eddie. And just to add to this comment from Gunchy, I know this wasn't directed to me. I was like, I deserve it. But yeah, shout out to Eddie, man. That guy's an absolute legend. I know he's in the chat here. Shout out to Gunchy. Shout out to everyone who's here from Flying Pigs channel for the support. But Eddie is a real one. He's a brother. Always supporting. So is Gunchy. So I appreciate you too. Alongside everybody else in the chat. James as well, always showing love. Vaughn, I think it's the first time I've seen the chat, so welcome to the channel. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. But listen, I'm going to finish it with the score prediction for the Burnley game and obviously my thoughts on that very briefly. Right, so I'm going to pass it to everyone in the chat. What is everyone's score predictions for the Burnley game? Whilst I just get the last couple of comments on. Ralph ran it last week. The players have to buy in. I need to get into their heart. Their brains, their blood, whatever. The first steps have been taken. Yeah, good luck with that one. I mean, that is the comment, isn't it? That is the comment, and good luck, Branyik. Good luck, my guy. You're gonna need it. Your hands are definitely tied. It's definitely not easy. It's definitely not easy to fix this mess. Whether that's Ollie's fault or not, that's a different conversation. I'm not going to go into that now. But he has got a lot to show us in this game. I want to see a real desire to win the ball back. And not give Burnley a fucking sniff, because you know how difficult it is against Burnley to break them down. And if you give them a goal, it's going to be a long night. Me and James on the watch along are going to be pulling our hair out, James. So I know you're going to be there tomorrow. So let's just get a couple of score predictions in. 1-0 to United from Vaughan. We have to win this shot. We have to win this game. There's no other way about it. I don't care how we do it. Just get the W. 2-0 United. 3-1 to Man United. We surely got at least one half of game best this season. 3-0 like I predicted for the Newcastle game. Okay, so for me personally, on Monday, I'm not going to lie, we do the Rather Fun podcast every Monday, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in this case. I was not happy. I was not confident going into this game. Off the back of that performance against Newcastle, I actually predicted us to draw 1-1 against Burnley. However, it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? The hope that kills you. Every single time I go into a game with a bit of hope that, this is the time we're going to turn it around. We're going to turn it around. We're going to train. We've got players. We can do it. So, with that being said, the hope for me is suggesting that we win this game. We do enough to win the game. It's not going to be pretty. I can tell you that right now. Me and James on the watching on tomorrow, James, if you do tune in, it's not going to be pretty. Let me give you a heads up, my guy. It's going to be stressful. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to be gritty. But the players have to show me something, because I've not seen enough from any of these players the entire season, or most of the players in the entirety of the season. So I need to see our reaction, and I need to see some consistency from the start to finish of the performance. We have to score in the first half. We cannot go into halftime at 0-0 or 1-0 to Burnley. If it's 0-0 or if it's 1-0, then it's a disaster, of course. But if it's 0-0 at halftime, Burnley will be licking their lips. They are the masters of shithousing results. So for me, we have to come out guns blazing the first 30, 40, whatever minutes it is. We need to score first half. It's as simple as that. If we do not score first half, I feel for the worst. Just for me personally. So I'm going to say 2-0. It's the hope. I'm going to be honest with you. I said 1-1 on Monday. I'm changing my tune because of the hope, straight up. I don't believe it. I don't believe that we'll win 2-0, but I'm just hoping that the players show me something different. I'm hoping Ralph Rangnick sets the team up in a different manner. I'm hoping that we come out or we set the precedent from the start and press from the front. We're on their neck. So I'm hoping the crowd is up, and I'm hoping that the players deliver a performance that the fans deserve, i.e. on top of them from minute one. And I'm hoping that we get the 3 points. So I'm going to say 2-0. I've said hope a lot of times because that's exactly where I'm going with this. This is heart of a head. My head says it's a draw. But my heart is saying we get the fucking dog. But let's go. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Another great show. Jameson, I'll be there. Obviously, anyone else that wants to tune in, my watch along tomorrow is going to start at, I think the Man United game kicks off at 8:15, but basically 15 minutes prior to kickoff is when the watch along starts. Every single game I watch it on myself. Obviously, we get a couple of people coming through, etc. I'm kind of changing the content slightly. Obviously, from today's podcast, you can tell I'm trying to be a bit more myself, more authentic self, which is passionate football fan. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed that, because this is who I am as a football fan. I wear my heart on my sleeve in general life, and with football I wear my heart on my sleeve, evidently, of this podcast. This is what the content's about. So if you're tuning in for the first time, you're watching this Asian lad ranting, raving, whatever you want to call it, this is what we're about. Please do subscribe to the channel. Back tomorrow. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you for all the love. My voice is going to go. Thanks for that, for the stream. Great stream. Always. Chelsea 1-0 up. Thank you for that update. Hopefully it's James, because I need the fancy points. Great show, man. Have a good night, and glory going Man United. You too, Eddie. Hopefully catch you on Friday after we've got 3 points. You can see that. Thank you, James, for coming through. Passion, energy. Love to see it. Take care, everyone. Shout out to everyone in the chat. The U2U community continues to grow slowly, but nevertheless, I appreciate every single one of you as a family, and hopefully us as Man United fans will be happy Thursday night, and obviously on Friday as well. Like I said, I will be on Flying Pig's channel. I don't upload content on my own channel, Flying Pig. My home on Fridays is over there, so please do go through and subscribe to their channel as well, and obviously show love to them. Always supporting the homies, so I appreciate that as well. But anyways, follow me on my Twitter for more outrageous tweets. Usman Talks Tonight. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. It's been your boy, Usman.